Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So good to have you back. Well, today I'm going to talk about why airport security targets the elderly and disabled and what can be done about it. If you are over 50 and have a disability, or have someone in your family over the age of 50 or disabled, then you need to watch this video until the end. Now let's get started. Did you know? A particularly striking statistic is that TSA's enhanced screening procedures can disproportionately affect seniors and disabled individuals. For example, data from the Department of Homeland Security revealed that in 2018, seniors were subject to secondary screening more often than other groups. Specifically, around 12% of travelers aged 75 and older faced additional screening, compared to about 7% of the general population. This discrepancy highlights the challenges these individuals face during air travel and raises questions about how screening procedures could be adapted to better accommodate their needs. Hearing aids. Elders do not have to remove hearing aids or the exterior component of a cochlear implant at security checkpoints, according to the TSA, although a security officer may ask to inspect these devices if they alarm the metal detector or other advanced imaging technology. Artificial hips and other surgical implants. Surgically implanted devices, such as artificial joints, pacemakers, and aneurysm clips, may set off metal detectors at the airport. Although this can't be avoided, the TSA recommends that elderly passengers or their caregivers advise security officers of the location of any internal medical devices. Airport security personnel may opt for an alternative screening method rather than sending the person through the metal detector. If your loved one has an implanted device, their doctor can provide a medical card to present at the airport. This card will not prevent them from being screened, but it's an easy way to communicate information about medical conditions. Passengers with pacemakers and defibrillators should not go through the metal detector, according to the TSA. Instead, passengers will be screened using advanced imaging technology or another alternative screening method at the checkpoint. Notify security personnel if your loved one has diabetes and is carrying supplies like vials, syringes, jet injectors, epinephrine auto-injectors, infusers, or insulin pumps. Insulin in any form or dispenser must be clearly marked and declared. Medical oxygen and other respiratory devices like nebulizers, CPAP, BiPAP, and APAP machines must be screened before being permitted through the security checkpoint. If your loved one uses a portable oxygen concentrator, contact the airline in advance to ensure the model is approved for in-flight use. And if a senior can be disconnected from their respiratory equipment, make sure you are trained to help them do so safely. Prescription medications and pills do not have to be in their original bottles, but the TSA says it is helpful. Regardless of how medications are packaged, they need to be screened. Liquid medications should be labeled, and those in quantities larger than 3.4 ounces each must be separated from other carry-on items and declared to the security officer as medically necessary. Medically necessary liquids, gels, and aerosols are exempt from the 311 rule, but may require additional screening. To facilitate the process, it is best to let the airport security officer know your loved one's level of mobility. Can they walk or stand unassisted? Do they have limited arm movement that may make it difficult for them to hold a certain position while screening? Passengers with limited mobility can request to be seated for at least part of their screening, and those who are unable to stand can be screened while seated through other methods. If a personal search is required, passengers may choose to remain in the public area or request to go to a private area for screening at any time. Privacy may be preferred for pat-downs involving sensitive areas. A caregiver can accompany the elder, but they will have to be rescreened afterwards. Consider TSA Precheck. Ironically, I'm on the TSA's Precheck list, which at least spares me from having to take off my shoes. And you can too. However, TSA Precheck doesn't save you from yielding to unwanted intimate contact with a stranger. The security women detailed to screen me don't believe for one moment I'm a threat, but most take their time and do a thorough job. Once in a while, a more sensible security personnel will go through the motions, taking just a few seconds and hardly touching me. Planning ahead. TSA notification cards are available on the TSA website. Seniors and their caregivers can print and fill one out to hand to TSA officers at the security checkpoint to notify them of a disability or medical condition that may affect their screening. These cards do not exempt passengers from screening, but they do help facilitate communication with security officers. My opinion. I am no expert. What I do know is this. The disabled and elderly should be treated very delicately while traveling. For the most part, they are. But I think there are other ways to do this. What about having a special line for the disabled and elderly so they don't have to mix with the general public? Just a thought. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Until then, safe travels.